evidence will I need to support my claim? And so, the answer to that is very broad, and obviously the specific evidence will depend on the specific circumstance of the case. But what's important for people to be aware of is that the applicant ultimately has the duty to prove, the burden is on them to prove their claim to the courts. And because of the procedure that's required for these claims, they actually have to front load all of their evidence at the time that the claim is sent to the court. That's not to say that further stuff can't be added later on if it's discovered later, but under the rules, all your evidence has to be attached to your claim when it's sent to the courts. It can be very burdensome and very time consuming to put all of that together, not just for the lawyers, but also for the applicants, because a lot of the stuff is stuff that lawyers can't really get for them, and they have to kind of produce and collate and send over themselves. In terms of the actual evidence then, I mean, this will generally be stuff relevant to their relationship with the deceased, their entitlement to bring a claim. So, for example, marriage certificate, birth certificate, if they're claiming as a cohabitant, or for example, someone being maintained, they would probably need to produce bank statements showing the maintenance coming in if that's how it was received. Evidence relating to their financial needs and circumstances, evidence relating to the financial needs and circumstances of other beneficiaries who they're trying to compete against. And if they're claiming that they've got some kind of health issue, it would be medical evidence relating to that. And in practice, the evidence that you would probably expect to be produced in every claim would be stuff like bank statements, wage slips, benefit statements, evidence of outgoings, like utility bills and phone bills, an income and expenditure schedule, evidence of debts, medical records, GP records if they're claiming some kind of health need. And obviously there'll be lots of kind of stuff that's specific to every case, but that's broadly the stuff that we'd probably ask for in every case. And what's really important for everyone to be aware of is that very personal information does actually need to be shared with the people on the other side when it's served, which can be quite off-putting to some people because they might feel very uncomfortable sharing such personal information with not only maybe family members they despise, but also sometimes people they don't know and have never met. And while some stuff can be redacted, it's a fine balance, because ultimately the claim will very often be weaker if financial evidence or medical evidence isn't provided, because the lawyer would only really allow it to be in there if it was supportive anyway, obviously to a certain extent, or relevant. And the other point of relevance is the court could very well order disclosure anyway, even if it isn't provided. And so what all of that kind of boils down to is that somebody coming into this and thinking of bringing a claim has to be comfortable with sharing personal, financial, and potentially medical information with people they may not know or not like. And so that's something people have to bear in mind before bringing a claim.